Atlanta-based Delta Airlines is consistently taking delivery of brand new aircraft. Fresh Airbus A321neos, A330neos and A220s keep the fleet young. But the airline is also holding on to some fairly old aircraft, most of which are no longer being produced by their manufacturers. Today, let's examine which of these aircraft are the oldest in the Delta Airlines fleet. With the exit of the airline's McDonnell Douglas MD-88, there might have been some expectation that the exceedingly rare Boeing 717 might be the airline's oldest aircraft type. However, that's not the case. Indeed, Planespotters.net notes that the average age of these aircraft is just over 21 years, over a decade younger than Delta's oldest aircraft. The airline has already retired 26 717-200s, with most of these just sitting in storage. The remainder will be phased out by December 2025, with the Airbus A220-100 filling the same role. The oldest aircraft in the entire Delta fleet, and most certainly the oldest narrow-bodies flying for the airline, are actually a handful of Boeing 757-200s. The two oldest are roughly 33.5 years of age at the time of this video's production, and are registered November 649er Delta Lima and November 650 Delta Lima. The next two oldest are just a few months younger and are registered November 651 Delta Lima and November 652 Delta Lima. All of these jets were delivered directly to Delta from Boeing in 1989 and have spent their entire careers at Delta, with 3 of the 4 jets spending part of their time operating for the airline's attempt at a budget carrier, Song. These days, Delta has the jets configured in a 72-seat premium setup which is used exclusively for charter operations. While the aircraft are the oldest, they actually aren't the most flown. Indeed, other 757s in the Delta fleet have higher flight time and flight cycle counts. While the most flown 757 has over 96,000 flight hours and 43,748 cycles, the oldest 757s only have between 90,000 and 91,000 flight hours and between 39,000 and 41,000 flight cycles. As far as the oldest wide-body jets, the airline's Boeing 767-300ERs are at the top, with all being over 32 years old. The 4 oldest are as follows: November 171 Delta November, 32.5 years, November 172 Delta November, 32.4 years, November 174 Delta November, 32.3 years, and finally November 175 Delta November, 32.3 years. Matching expectations, the oldest wide-body is indeed the most flown among its sub-fleet. Indeed, in its 3 decades of service, November 171 Delta November has accumulated 138,355 hours across 20,288 cycles. Based on recent flight data, it appears that this jet is tasked with flying transcontinental service, with New York-Los Angeles being one of its most common routes. New York-San Francisco is also a somewhat frequent service for the jet. Just like the Boeing 717s, Delta Airlines has set out plans to retire all of its 767-300ERs in the next few years, with the wide-body type also having a full exit by December 2025. These will be somewhat replaced by the Airbus A330-900, which is a fair bit larger than the 767. So, have you flown any of these old aircraft in recent times? And what other airlines would you like to see us do a similar video for? Share your thoughts by leaving a comment. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.